In this video, I will show you a basic workflow when you use Remix. We will cover writing a smart contract, compiling a smart contract, grabbing the ABI, and deploying a smart contract. First, let's cover how to write a smart contract. In Remix, projects are organized in workspaces. If you open the File Explorer, you will find the default workspace that has a few example contracts and scripts. If you just want to do a quick task, you can use this workspace. To create a new workspace, click on this icon. You can either create a blank workspace or start from a template. Let's choose the template option. This is the Template Explorer where you can see a list of templates to choose from. Let's choose the basic template. Now you can see the templates folders and files. The smart contracts are in the contracts folder. And if you open this folder, you will see a couple of example smart contracts like the storage smart contract. This is a basic smart contract to store and retrieve a value. We will use this one for this tutorial. Next, we are going to compile the smart contract. Click on the Compiler tab. This will take you to the compiler menu. Make sure you have selected the proper Solidity version. Then click on the Compile button. You can also trigger the compilation with a keyboard shortcut or by clicking on this button. The compilation was successful, as you can see with this icon. Now let's introduce some errors. Let's compile again, and now you can see the error icon. If you scroll down, you will see the error message. Let's fix our error. And now if we compile again, the compilation is successful. Beside errors, it's also possible to have warnings. Warnings are improvements that are suggested but not compulsory. Let's go to our code and we are going to introduce a non-critical error. Now back to our compiler menu, let's make sure we don't hide warnings. Let's compile again, and now if we scroll down, we will see the warning message. Last thing about compilation. If you scroll up, you will see an option to activate auto-compile. With this feature, your smart contract will be compiled automatically after every change. No need to recompile manually. This is highly recommended. It will make your life easier. Next, I will show you how to grab the ABI. The ABI allows you to interact with your smart contract from outside the blockchain. For example, if you use a Web3 library like Ethers.js or Web3.js, you will need the ABI of your smart contracts. Technically, the ABI is a JSON document that describes the interface of your smart contract, and it's created by the Solidity compiler every time you compile your smart contract. To get the ABI, click on the Compile button, then click on the ABI button. It will copy the ABI to your clipboard, and after you can paste it anywhere you want, like in your code editor. Next, I will show you how to deploy your smart contract. To deploy a smart contract, go to the Deploy and Run tab. Before deployment, you need to choose the environment. The Remix VM is a local development blockchain. This blockchain runs only on your laptop in your web browser. This is ideal for testing and development. The top option is the latest version of Ethereum. In most cases, this is what you want. If you need to target older versions of Ethereum, you can choose one of the other options for Remix VM. Once you have picked the environment, it's time to deploy. To deploy, you have to click on the Deploy button. After, you should see your smart contract if you scroll down. You can see the address of the smart contract, and you can also see different buttons for each external function. For example, let's call the store function to update the value of our variable. And after, let's call the retrieve function to read the updated value. I just demonstrated how to deploy to a local development blockchain. But it's also possible to deploy to a public network such as mainnet or a public testnet. I'm going to show you how to do this. There are different ways to do this with Remix, but one of the fastest ways is to use a browser wallet like MetaMask. I have already installed MetaMask. On MetaMask, I have already configured Sepolia, which is a public testnet for Ethereum. I've also already selected the Sepolia network. And finally, I already selected an address with some testnet ether. You can get some testnet ether for free by using a faucet. With this, I'm ready to deploy on Sepolia with MetaMask. Back in Remix, in the environment, I select the MetaMask option. If this is the first time you use MetaMask with Remix, you will have to allow Remix to access MetaMask. Then click on Deploy. This time the deployment will be a bit longer because you deploy on a public network and you need to wait for the transaction to be mined. And after that, you will see your deploy smart contract here. Alright, that's it for this video.